Today's video, let's learn how to make a simple program for make for finding a number, whether it's even or odd, using Python. So I'm using an online interpreter tool for Python, that is online-python.com. So here, this tool is divided into two parts. So a Python interpreter will be divided into two parts for doing the main program here and to see the result here. Once we have done the main program, we need to click this run command to display the result of our program here. So let's see that. So I make a new project by clicking this plus icon and I type the project name inside this as odd or even. Odd or even. All right. So now we have created a new file. So here I'm gonna divide our program into two parts, that is the function definition and the main program. So using a function will make our code look easier to troubleshoot. So here, so let's start defining the function first and come to the main program later. So under the function definition, I define a function. So as its name says, we need to define it. So we start with a keyword called def. Def is for definition. We define the function name with any name that we want. So here I type the function name as odd or even. All right, so now inside which I'm passing a parameter. So this parameter can be of any alphabet. So I'm using n. So just for my understanding, n for number. All right, we need to end this function definition with a colon. So when I come to the next line, the Python automatically gives two space. Here we need to define what should we do inside this function. So inside our function, I need to check if the number is even or odd. So I will be using if condition. If the number n percentage 2 is equal to 0, it means that when I divide this number by 2, and if the remainder is 0, then it's a even number. If there is a remainder when it's divided by 2, then it's an odd number. So now, again, I need to end with a colon. So here the computer automatically gave another space. So here I will return true. Okay. So return true means this function, when the number, uh, if it finds the number is even, then it will return a Boolean variable called true as an output of this function. All right, so now I need to define another condition also using else colon, I return false, because there is a reminder. If there is a reminder, then else condition will be triggered. Right, so now we have completed a function definition. Now inside our main program, let's start doing the program here. So I start with I for a variable. You can name any alphabet that you want. So now first I need to get when the program starts, I need to get the number from the user. So I will say that input. enter any number. All right, so now enter any number. So this will be displayed on the output. So now the user will be entering any number. And once the user enters the number, it will be stored in this variable I. All right, and then now I need to check if the number is odd or even. So we already have done the function for checking the odd or even. So I just need to pass this number inside this function. So I just call that function name odd or even. So now the Python automatically gives me the suggestion whether this is the function that we need. I click yes, inside which I pass this I, the number. If this odd or even I equal to true. So that is the return value from our function. If the return value is true, then I will say print the number I, comma, is an even number in double quotes. Is a even number. Right. So else conditions should always start from the first line. So else, so you need to end with the double quotes. I just copy the same thing here. Just name it as odd number. That's it. So now let me explain the code again. So the program starts from the main function, that is the ninth line. So here I make a variable called I, and I get the number from the user and I store it in the variable I. And I just check an if condition. So I make an if condition and I pass the variable I, the stored number, to our function. So now the program comes here and it now this n will be holding the number that is input from the user, and it will check whether the number is, when it is divided by 2, is giving a reminder 0. So it means, for let's say that the number entered by the user is 4. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So there is no reminder. So in case if the user entered 5, so 5 divided by 2 is having a reminder 1. So it's an odd number. So that is how the program checks whether it's an even or odd number. All right, so now let me click the run command. All right, so now the computer is asking me to enter a number. I type 5. All right, so it gives me an error here. So what is the error here? All right, so now here, not all arguments converted during string formatting. All right, so now the problem is in the so now it's in the ninth line. So now we get the number from the user, and this Python considers it as a string. So we need to say that it's an int. So I need to type int, open and close bracket, inside which I will get the input. So after getting the input from the user, I will convert that number into an integer format. So now I click the run command. I type the same number 5. So now says that it's an odd number. So let me try for an even number now. Let's say 6. 6 is an even number. Yeah, so this is how we program in the Python. Thank you.